go. All right, we're going to talk about Fortnite. So let's get into this. They made $2.5 billion off of a game that doesn't cost a dime to play. How do you do it, right? How do you make something that doesn't give you any time counters, any kind of like incentive to spend money on it, be worth billions within 2 years, right? That's totally crazy. Well, this is the reason, skins, right? We like to be expressive and express ourselves online, right? So the reason that we like to do that is the same reason that we do it in our daily lives, right? We like fashion because it expresses exactly who we are. And I contend that the internet is the ultimate laboratory for self-expression. Online experiments get validated in the same way we validate experiments in our work, and they move into the real world. So this kid created this dance gets moved into Fortnite, and then it goes on to Jimmy Kimmel, right? Like totally crazy, right? This little 16-year-old kid. There are tons of places where this is happening. We've got Fortnite, Overwatch, VR chat, Minecraft, but it's happening everywhere. Like the whole internet is this crazy place for self-exploration and making yourself into this totally different person. And so, one of the really interesting ways that this happens in my mind is this aspect of gender bending. So despite the fact that video games are still dominated by males in the world, or coded males in the world, female characters and female avatars outsell male characters and avatars on Fortnite. Why? Why do we do that? Why do I have all the sexy cat lady skins, right? When you play a gender swap character, you experience all the things associated with the other sex. It's actually a really interesting aspect. So you begin to be able... You do get harassed all the time. It's actually a really interesting place to do these things, right? And you get to learn. But this is moving increasingly into the real world. Again, online experiments get validated and they move into the real world, right? Gender bending has become a huge aspect of cosplay in the last few years. And so people find characters and they turn them into their alternatively coded selves, right? And so it's a really interesting place because, again, when you think about Fortnite and how big it was the biggest Halloween costume for last year, right? So as you are gender bending in the online world, you validate that you like this part of yourself and you are exploring it, and you move it into the real world with a costume. Actually, my friend JP has a great idea about how we could do something like that at Levi's. So another really great example of this is Minecraft. This guy, we'll see him in a second, spent 24 hours with a Minecraft VR helmet on, a whole day. Now in Minecraft, each day is 20 minutes long, so we'll see that in a second. Or actually, it's down here. So that's 72 days in Minecraft. Yeah, you can see his face is totally fucked up. And so the thing is, he came out of it and said, oh my God, like I waste so much time in a day. I can do 72 days in one day in Minecraft. How could I improve myself? Again, online experiments get validated and they move into real life. This is a couple who met in GTA Online a few years ago, and here's when they met up for the first time and eventually got married in Los Angeles. So again, humans find places to build community with each other. And a whole bunch of our work is about finding out how humans do this. And this can happen in a really negative way, right? We know about the radicalization of the alt-right and how that has really been propagated online. And so, you have all these characters who felt displaced and discarded, and they found scapegoats for that in forums that were nasty. But also, the amazing thing is, we have the Me Too movement being born online. So just as a place can be negative and it can be positive, right? We find places to express ourselves in communities, to build ourselves, and then we move online. Or we move those experiments from the online world into the physical world. So, okay, slow down.
You're doing great.
All right, so how does Bionic build the next $2.5 billion company? We are experimenters. We build laboratories and we go and figure this stuff out in our world. So I contend that one of the biggest blind spots we have is we don't know how to test for the persona online, right? All of these ways that these people express themselves and explore themselves, they're not traditional, right? This is the classic New Yorker cartoon. On the internet, nobody knows you're a dog. Truth, everyone knows you're a dog. However, it's really difficult to test whether or not you are a dog, right? And so what we have to figure out how to do is test for dogs on the internet. And so I really want to figure this out. So I contend that the way we think about personas today, age, occupation, location, status in their relationships, I think that this is a distraction. And I think we're missing the forest for the trees when we think about people in their spaces. I have much more in common, quite frankly, with a 14-year-old girl on Fortnite than I do with my 31-year-old married counterparts. We have to spend a bunch of time in the spaces that people occupy online. We have to listen to their platforms, use their platforms, speak in their ways. We need to be on Gilded. We need to be on Discord. We need to be on Twitch. We need to figure out experiments for that. And we have to do versus say all the time, preaching to the choir, of course. But how can we build those sorts of experiments? So I think practically what this looks like for me and what I've been doing in my life is thinking about all of the problems that I've had with my friends of finding places to hang out with other people online. And so for me, Zuleko, the project I've been working on, is all about building a new online space that is less focused on conflict and shooting at each other, doing all these things, and more focused on like collaboration and playing music together and hanging out and having a good time. And so I think we have to listen to people to do that, because then we can build these amazing places where amazing things can happen, and we can build the next $2.5 billion company. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.